Hey Saikana, which again, thank you for reporting the crashes. Yeah, no worries. I hope it was helpful. I tried to get the stream links so you could see when it was happening as I was experiencing them, and also the save. I know from reporting crashes in the previously that showing the video footage with timestamps, of course, is useful. Which wonder did I pick? I never actually built a wonder in the end. I always decided to just keep on building up my cities. The Grand Mooch, thank you very much for the priming sub. Welcome to the Maudlings, good to have you joining us. What turn is this? We are currently on turn 92. Now I have to stream for 3 hours. I think that can probably be arranged. I'm actually really tempted to do another double today. We shall see. Let's see. I've got a bunch of people coming through with follows. Let me just go and acknowledge those. Saikana, thank you very much for the follow. Dream Yar. Nook. Infinity. And biscuits. Seraph Hojo. Ghost. Agent 181. Bose Berserker. White Tiger and Jagius, thank you very much for the follows. Magic Mog coming in with an 8-month primary sub. Thank you very much for that, Magic Mog. Darth Lord Fishy coming in with a 19-month primary sub as well. Thank you very much for that, Fishy. It's great to see some more of you around. Was your final today? Was that the last exam today? I hope it went well. And Kalinas wants me to drink some tea, which I will do in just a moment. And Lithen just claimed Humankind Lucy OpenDev. I am really happy to see that is working. Thank you again massively to Amplitude for making that available. You guys are awesome. It was yesterday and you got 100. Congrats. That's awesome. X-Player and Red Niftap, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so Bjornvar is building. Let's go ahead and then turn. Renninger, got another population. Loads of places did. World deed locked. I meant to ask, which one? Because there can't be that many of them left. We still never actually worked out where Symposium... Oh, complete a Symposium. That's not a technology, that's a construction thing. Ptolemy, map each continent. Still hasn't been done. Okay. So I would need to get access to Aztecs to get some more luxuries, because one of the things I might be able to do would be a smorgasbord. Alright, so Litoshkin has its first archer, which we are going to send down to here. Off you go. Man, this war is going to be quite far away from my front lines. Litoshkin, population growth. Theology, we have another administrator now. Okay, so let's take a look at all of our cities and see where we've got administrators at the moment. So Grumbuskin doesn't have one, and Grumbuskin is easily our next biggest. So let's go ahead and send you an admin. And then after that, it would probably be Nimander. Although, it's not like I need the money right now. Army lost at sea. No. That's really annoying, Hunnic person. Stay here for a turn. Another Likoshkin archer. We'll send you down to Bjornvar as well, which you will apparently go a different route. Requin has finished building its library, so Requin is done with its building. There's also making a small fortune from the capitalism. It's got caps in it. And then we're going to start building workshops around the mountains here. And then Requin is going to start becoming a real industrial powerhouse, I suspect. Farmers from farmers, that sounds good to me. Food from rivers and farms, yep, got that. Horseman Plaza, makers. Industry for mountains, rocky fields and stony fields. This is going to be a really, really strong industry place. We'll just start building all of those things. That should keep you going for a while. Fuller. This is our big port place. Actually, having a harbour there would be good. And I think I'm basically just going to keep on expanding out your workshops. Because, yeah, that's a plus 10. How's your food growth going? I think you need to get a bit more growth going in. Although we could actually just have more harbours connecting food. So we'll put one over there too. The wisdom of the others. Your merchants trek through the world, reaching great markets in far climes and selling your highly prized natural riches for much coin. Conversely, your empire sees many traders from distant lands visit our plazas with their goods, their wits and their provocative ideas. When the knowledge contradicts the wisdom of your elders, it raises the question of who you should trust. Alright, so we're going to be a long time before we can actually get this, but knowledge authority is +1 science per researcher in the city, or +1 science per number of trade routes. This one leads towards maxing out progress, foreign innovations. Although I have a feeling we would have a lot more researchers than we have trade routes. Actually, that being said, we have a lot of trade routes. So that could actually work. Oh yeah, the agrarian affinity. What's that going to do? For each of your cities, add a number of population equal to the number of territories owned by the city. Interesting, so that is actually really good for tall empires, where you don't necessarily have as many cities, but you instead have a city with multiple territories connected to them, with just outposts. But we've built cities everywhere, so this isn't as powerful for us. Sometimes the scroll bar just doesn't want to work. I'm not sure how to get the thing. Everything is linked to much, just takes some time. So if you go to the Twitch drops inventory page, you should see that there's a counter there now. And also, I think it should also show at the top of chat, though that one's a little more finicky. So yeah, there should be a message on top of your chat saying you're this far through. Oh, we have two different options. I misunderstood. So this one is for each of your cities add a number of population equal to the number of territories owned by the city. So that's basically we have 14 territories each with 14 cities each with 1 territory each, so each place gets an extra population. Whereas the Land of Plenty attracts a single population from every adjacent foreign territory to the selected city. Will trigger a grievance against you for the victim empires. Ha! So we're stealing population from other people. So if we went to Milatis, for example, we would be stealing 3 of their population. And generating grievances. Come at me, bro. Population stolen. There we go. So now I can do this in 10 turns again. Oh, and this doesn't steal production from your cities. There's just a gauge. This is a much more interesting mechanic than the science one I had. It was just like, yeah, your cities don't produce anything except for science. I'd rather they did produce things, especially early in the game. But yeah, the more surplus food we have, the faster this gauge fills. So in 10 turns we can do it again. Sweet! Alright, I think that England is actually way freaking more powerful than you initially expect. Another world deed has been unlocked. And another one. Right, am I able to use my port again now? Quick, before they come in. Alright, so the horsemen are going to go racing up here because I want to see what this land is all about. So it'll take you 7 turns to make the distance, but that's okay. Meanwhile, Arachnos has finished construction. So I think it's time for you to get a palisade. Money on the harbour for sure. Food on harbours for sure. And then I think I'll probably just build some more harbours. Because that's going to turn Arachnos into a real money spinner. Now we have another thing which is harbour upgrade, don't we? Where's that gone? It's the... oh, unless we have it already, which is possible. Money generated from trade I think will be useful for here. Aqueduct? You're probably okay. Yeah, I think we must have already built the harbour upgrade. In fact, it's the fishmonger. It was right frickin' there. Okay. Quill is unlocked by watching Quill. Yeah, they have to be playing Humankind. So I've got Quill, I've got Burke Black. And in fact, you can already see them. Because this... not you. Oops. Who was it? It was you. Nope, that's the Aztecs. It was you. There's Quill. Although the implementation's a little bit weird because they've basically overwritten the AIs that were already in place. And then Burke Black is here, the Nubians. And you do get access to those streamers by watching their streams. So if you wanted to get access to Quill, watch Quill. If you want to get access to Burke Black, watch Burke Black. Then there's also Lamidia, Lewis from the Oxcast, Zerator, and somebody else, whom I'm forgetting, I'm sure. Hang on, let me bring up my list again. I know I've got a list here somewhere. Because I was watching out for them myself. Ah, where's the list? All campaigns. Burke Black, Spiffing Brit, that was the other one. Lewis from the Oxcast, Quill, Lamidia, and Zerator. They place Quill on... no. See, that's a janky implementation because they've literally overwritten the AI in this game. I started this without Quill and Burke Black. I'm sure that if Quill was that character from the start, then he wouldn't be wearing a dress right now. Era Star unlocked. Cool. Although, that being said... it's amusing enough to take a picture of. There we go. Gotcha. Right. Next up, we have got another archer in Litoshkin. So we're going to send you down to here. And then we are going to get back to building stuff. Okay, we're cool.
I offer an excellent proposition.
I am sure you do. Actually, yeah, you do. You want to do more trade. I am okay with that.
I like you. I agree.
You have nothing to trade, though. And I'm just one era point away from early modern. I'm absolutely blitzing through these. And in fact, we are going to get the research one really, really soon. And the population one really, really soon. But I think I'm going to stick on these because I really need to be earning fame, because otherwise the Aztecs are just going to catch and overtake me again. Because they're getting closer. Sorry to ask this, but what are your initial thoughts contemplating pre-ordering at the moment? Well, I'm not going to judge it in terms of this is better than Civ or anything like that. I've been saying no to that. In terms of, like, do I think that this has real potential if they keep on going down the trajectory that they are going right now? Yes. I think that this has the potential to be a very, very good game. I'm kind of reserving judgment because this is still open development, and I don't think, or this is still early access, and I don't think it's fair to say this is good or this is not good at this point. But I think it has real potential to be excellent. And also, you don't necessarily need to pre-order at the moment. I mean, I'll certainly encourage you to do so if you want to support the development of this. But if you just watch 3 hours of this stream and connect your Twitch account to the Games Together account, which is an Amplitude account for their games, then if you watch 3 hours of this, then you can get this scenario for free. So you get 150 turns. And there's the last era star, so we can now theoretically go to the next era if we wanted to. And we've got chivalry, so we can get knickets. And somebody wants to do a trade deal. In fact, a whole bunch of people do. There's another era star. Latoshkin has grown. Kill Surprise. And another era star. Yeah, we just gained 2 of them. This game knows me too well. The default. The freaking default. Oh, that's not fair. Now I'm just going to have to ignore all of the other options. I mean, if it had at least been like where the English is right now, then I could at least have had to scroll through it. But it's like, no. Even though every other era is like, here's the previous one, you can continue. This one's like, hey, Mordred, you're Dutch. Here, have the Dutch. They didn't add me as a character, no, but they did make the Dutch default, apparently. We'll look at that when I'm actually ready to switch era. I just wanted to take a look at this. So we need to get another 34 people to get another 320 points, and I think that we do need to do that. And our population is growing at such a rate that we can do it. Also, technology. We can get both of these for sure. We probably get this one. Maybe this one. I mean, we do generate a lot of influence. Alright, Milatis has built. And can actually get an aqueduct, which is, I think, the first thing I'm going to get you to do. And then we're just going to place down a bunch more buildings, because why not? Yeah, you can get so much more production by doing makers on these adjacent to the rocky terrain. That one not so much. We'll make that one farming. And then these two at least will be farming, then these will probably be makers as well. Industry per worker, we could do with that. Money from trade. Science from population, science from research. Okay, so that'll keep Milatis busy for a while, despite its frankly ludicrous production. And it is growing pretty quickly, especially if we keep their stability high. I actually quite like Milatis, just because it's such a nice, widespread city. It's just big. Oh, we have a church now. That's the Commons Quarter. The extra stability is a cathedral. Oh, you picked the English where the unit's building's bugged for me. No? I've had no problems with the English. I have a couple of longbows already. Oh, the building might be, actually. Because I can't build strongholds anymore. They're not in my list. Or the forts or whatever they're called. And I haven't seen the technology that allows me to build the English stronghold. Longbow I can see there. Yeah, okay, that might actually be a bug. Interesting. So no, the unit's working fine, but their unique building isn't. I think it's supposed to be here. No, that's the upgrade of the garrison building. That's not it. It is... where is it? This guy. I can't build garrisons. Oh damn, you got early access to Humankind. Amazing. Well, actually, De Real Mundane, you too can get early access to, well, OpenDev to Humankind as well. You need to connect your Games Together account with your Twitch account and then watch 3 hours of someone with drops enabled playing Humankind, which I am. And after those 3 hours, you will be able to get the OpenDev copy of this as well. Not the full game, just the 150 turns. Yeah, later. Pox on the wind! Today, the Empire spans many cities and enjoys a period of peace. However, while citizens worry less about the horrors of war, other fears prey on their minds. The citizens are afraid, the city squares rife with hearsay. Rumours across the land speak of a terrible malady laying entire communities to waste. The sufferers bloodied and bedridden. What will you do? So we can heed the issue. Loses us 10 industry, but gains us stability for 10 turns. The movement of people, whether for trade or elsewhere, needs to be restricted. We're going into lockdown, everyone. We're going into lockdown. Or we can ignore it. The people exaggerate the horror. They imposed cure might be worse than the disease. That hits a bit too close, game. A bit too close. We're definitely going to heed this. We're going into lockdown. I know the scenario is limited to 150 turns, and I see 4 eras up there. I think you can go to 6, judging by the 2 crossed out ones here. So you start in era 0, which is Neolithic, and then you have 6 selectable. So ancient, classical, medieval, early modern, and There you go, the cavalry. Slowly but surely. Speaking of cavalry, I should probably order up some knights. And in fact, can you upgrade? Yes, you can. Whoa, those are expensive. They do gain 10 combat strength, though, and the charge bonus. But what is a little bit of expense? I mean, I'm earning almost 1,000 ducats a turn. It's fine. And then I can get another 3 units of knights, which we can add to those armies. Oh, and we can also get the tourney field. Let's order up a tourney field. And then 3 units of knights. 1, 2, 3. Just to give you a little bit more population maximum. So we're going to get another Maker's Quarter. And then the Commons Quarter. Let's actually do the Commons Quarter first, so that we can keep our stability going. Although it's trending very much upwards. Okay, so the unknown race just became the Franks. And Toshkin just gained more population, because of course it did. We now have 300 points more than the Aztecs. Three techs, and then that away. Now, ordinarily, they do wait a couple of turns before they actually level up, so we'll see if we can do that as well. Because I really want to earn the extra fame from this turn. Heavy infantry has been researched, so we can now get the swordsman. Another era star unlocked. That was the population, I would imagine. No. Ah, money. Considering how long it takes to get everything else, this money limit is just so freaking high. Especially considering my entire economy, well, not my entire economy, my entire religion is switched to money making. Aztecs are still 2 era stars away, so we have time. Take the Dutch quickly now, we're not in a hurry. A watery grave 2. Our soldiers did the Empire proud, exploring the wreck like seasoned pearl divers. Without their involvement, the professionals would have come away with the lion's share of the booty. Success! The ship carried great treasures once destined for the tomb of a long-dead ruler. More money! Marvellous. 2 idle cities, so we've got Yabu, which can't build more defences because you don't even have palisades yet. Buy that. And we'll buy that. Seeing as you're like the entry point to the capital, this is Helm's Deep. This is the biggest fortification that we have. These are the Theodosian walls. So what are we going to get now? You're incredibly happy. Is this Stony? Oh, this is Stonefields. Okay, you're definitely going to get the quarry. You are on massive rivers. You can get the water mill. I feel like I haven't invested very much in this place. Do you have forests? Not really, but kind of. Alright, I'm going to buy a couple of these. Like, this is one of my oldest cities. It just feels like it's a bit behind. So there we go. That ought to let you catch up a bit. It is also one of my wealthiest cities. Do you have one of the holy sites? You do. That would be why. Okay, awesome. Capitalism is ready for its 3rd tenant. Excellent. So, develop the intellect will give more science per state religion followers. Honor kin will be more influence. Challenge orthodoxy is 10% science per co-religionist state. Sustain the faithful. Same thing. Mandate patronage. Stability. I think I'm probably going to go for the state religion. I don't know what co-religious states are. Like, who are my co-religion states? Are you? How would I even know?